with that down, let's move on to this, shall we? Andor starts tomorrow. The reviews are out. Not just reviews, and this is key, of the first 2 episodes. Many Star Wars shows have had some positive initial reactions come out, but what we find out is they're always just based on the critics having seen the first 2 episodes, or maybe 3. And listen, they don't have a problem starting their shows with promise. Obi-Wan started with promise. That ended up pretty disappointing. Ahsoka started with promise. That ended up being crap. Hell, even the Acolytes first episode wasn't all that bad, and then it went right to the crapper. Book of Boba Fett started off looking, oh, this could be it. Oh, no. This is really bad. So they always have, but with Andor, they let the critics see the entire series, the entire season. And the response has been nutty. As a matter of fact, before I read the reactions online, a friend of mine who has quite similar tastes in Star Wars to me, except he liked Obi-Wan and Ahsoka a little bit more than I did, because I didn't like those at all. So he liked, but other than that, we have pretty similar tastes in Star Wars. And this is what he wrote to me, having finished the season, before I saw any of the other reactions. He wrote to me, "This isn't just the best Star Wars show of all time. It's on my list now of the greatest shows of all time, period. It is a stunning achievement. It's not just the best Star Wars show of all time. It's now one of the greatest shows of all time, period. It's a stunning achievement." Okay, so I read that. I thought, wow, he really liked it. Now, I'm sure no one else is going to like it that much, but hopefully the reviews will be good. Everybody is saying the same thing.
Yep.
Let's go over and look. Remember, these all people saw the entire series. Tom Bacon wrote, "I had the privilege of seeing Andor season 2 in advance, and I can tell you this, it is good. The 3rd arc in particular is a solid contender for my favorite Star Wars story ever. Seriously, cannot wait for everybody to see this." Now, to me, them's are fighting words. Nothing touches the original trilogy, never even suggests that. But he's saying that the 3rd movie, remember, they're breaking into 4 parts like that the 3rd part might be his favorite Star Wars thing ever? Anyway, the Maliorian writes, "I had the absolute honor of seeing Andor season 2 in its entirety, and I'm absolutely blown away. This is, without question, the best Star Wars that has ever been made." Again, fighting words. "Incredible performances, deep storytelling, amazing spectacle. It truly has it all. You're not ready." All right. Then from Empire Magazine, Eamon Warman wrote, "Andor season 2 episodes 1 through 5 are good, but it kicks into another gear entirely with episode 6, and it rarely lets up. It's the standard by which all future Star Wars will be measured. Superb TV." Brennan Hodges wrote, "Andor season 2 is an exhilarating and ethically probing revolutionary spy thriller, less a series of 4 movies than an intricately designed season of Star Wars on the nature of fascism and the need for rebellion. In all its forms, one of the best seasons of TV in years." Not just one of the best seasons of Star Wars television.
Right.
One of the best seasons of TV in years.
Clearly, they've never watched Cheers.
Jermaine Lucier, our friend over at Gizmodo, right? "I've seen all of Andor season 2. And by the way, Jermaine, there's a lot of Star Wars TV he does not like. "I've seen all of Andor season 2, and it's both Star Wars at its absolute best and a triumph of storytelling in general. I cried, I cheered, I laughed, I gasped. It's smart, sophisticated, propulsive, entertaining, and hugely resonant. Everything you want and more. It's a miracle. It's a miracle." Jacob wrote, "Andor season 2 is another tremendous season of TV from Tony Gilroy. quite structurally and narratively different from season 1, but still very, very effective in creating a devastatingly powerful and heartbreaking season 2. Diego Luna joins the echelon of top stars performances here easily. And I'll just read the one more. Raphael wrote, I've seen all of Andor season 2, and it's not just the best Star Wars show, but the best TV show I've seen all year, period. Utterly riveting, emotionally devastating storytelling. It makes not only Rogue One better, but even Rebels better. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, wow.
But here's the thing. After the initial message I got, and after I read that, I reached out to a couple of other people I know saw it, and they just are straight up losing their minds. And that one thing the one critic said, it's like, you're not ready, was echoed to me once or twice. Like, you're not ready. You like, I know, like, I think the first season of Andor, I've gone on record, I stand by it. The first season of Andor is simply the best thing that's ever come out of Star Wars other than the original trilogy. And there's a number of things I love outside of the original trilogy. Certain things anyway. So, but I think Andor is simply it. Andor is the gold standard after, New Hope, Empire, Return of the Jedi. After that, it's Andor. So for people to tell me who know that that's how I feel about Andor season 1, saying, John, you're not even ready for this. Like, you're just simply not ready. We get the equivalent of 4 movies starting tomorrow. Rob, you're hearing these reviews. Number one, what do you think about the reviews you're hearing? Where's your expectation level? And have you heard from anybody? Because I know you probably know a lot of people who've seen it. What is it you're thinking?
Well, everybody's saying the same thing. I haven't heard one even, well, it's mid. I haven't heard anybody say that. People are everybody without exception are over the moon about this. The thing is, it kind of makes me sad in the sense that this is Star Wars. And from the very beginning, anybody who purchased Star Wars should have been making this kind of programming from the get. And I find that the idea of getting an Academy Award nominated writer-director who already filled in and filled in the gaps in Rogue One, which is generally considered to be the best Star Wars movie that Disney put out, to have this person come back in and bring his point of view, this should be par for the course in terms of these big franchise IP properties. You get somebody who's basically left alone. He's not part of the Star Wars corporate machine. He's over there in Europe shooting on practical locations. They talked about not using the volume. He did a great explanation at Star Wars Celebration talking about by using the volume, you have to make your show backwards. And I totally agree with that. You have people that really know what they're doing, that are allowed to do what they do best, and you get this. And to me, this is what we all want. It's so amazing to me to hear, like, we're all so shocked that, oh my God, Star Wars is good again. But it's not just good, it's great. Whereas Star Wars began, when I saw Star Wars when I was 10 years old, it was literally life-changing. It changed Hollywood. It changed the perception of what fantasy films could be in the theater. I mean, Star Wars is a very, very high bar, and we've been dealing with mediocre Star Wars for so long. Star Wars looks like it's finally been put in the place that it started, which I find so interesting. Oh, finally it's come full circle to where it began. I mean, it's like, to me, Star Wars and Empire have always been the high bar, and to see it come back around is delightful. I can't wait to see this. And for all of us that loved Andor in the first place, and people were like, no, it's not really Star Wars, it's boring, I don't like it. I love seeing us all vindicated.
By the way, I just want to read a few more, because I went over to Rotten Tomatoes. I went to their top critics section on Rotten Tomatoes. So here's just a couple more. So The Observer wrote, the second season somehow eclipses the first season. How? In an impressive fashion, building a masterful narrative arc that is undeniable in its I'm trying to figure out which ones I want to read here.
You know what's interesting about these? There's no Jedi in this show.
Well,
there's no...
Maybe. I'm still wondering about Luthen.
Well, I mean, he could be... But the thing is, that's not the focus. The focus is the wars part of Star Wars.
Right.
It's a spy thriller. They're just saying,
Okay, sorry, I lost my monitor. I got it back now. Hold on a second. The USA Today wrote, the second season is a deeply affecting narrative about love, sacrifice, and... Okay, it's up there. Sorry, I'm losing it on my screen. I don't know why I'm losing it on my screen, but you've got it up on the monitor over there. Sorry.
You want me to read them?
Yeah, go ahead and read the USA Today one. Sorry, I keep losing it.
The second season is a deeply affecting narrative about love, sacrifice, And belief that the desperately dark, even if Star Wars fans know that eventually the good guys will win.
All right. And then, sorry, I got it back. Daily Beast wrote, thrillingly intricate, suspenseful, tragic, and hopeful. It fulfills the promise of the galaxy far, far away, telling a uniquely nuanced, mature, and gripping story that's at once distinct from and yet inherently wedded to the Skywalker saga. And the Times wrote, despite a bigger budget, the show still feels organic and lived in. That was one of the things we loved most about the first season of Andor.
Yep.
Anyway, Chris, you're hearing these reviews. You're seeing what's being said. It's hitting us tomorrow. What do you think about it? And again, got to just double down on this with everybody. This is not like a lot of other Star Wars shows where the reviewers were only given the first 2 or 3 episodes. All these people saw the entire series, and now they're reviewing it as a whole. What do you think about it, and what's standing out to you the most when you see this?
Well, I think it was so smart of Disney to do that because we all have this kind of taste in our mouth now of, well, yeah, the first 3 episodes are fine, but we constantly get let down by most of these shows.
It always falls apart. Yeah.
So I think that was very, very smart. I love how enthusiastic people have been about this. But honestly, I don't need to hear how great this is from other people. I couldn't give a shit because I get Ben Mendelsohn again, and we get Kino coming back somehow. What? That's all I need. I don't care about anything else. As I've said many times, I am very excited to have Andor come into his own and to become the more interesting person in his own show. And one of the things I have enjoyed from people's reviews is saying how he really steps into this one, how he becomes the character that we root for in Rogue One and everything. I'm excited to see that journey as opposed to, hey, there's this guy who things happen to. I'm excited to see him take some agency and start making moves himself.
I'm still hoping that they'll do some kind of a recut or an extended version of Rogue One that is tailored to fit even closer with what Andor is. I don't think they're going to do that. By the way, I've not heard that. This is just a thing I'd like.
Or then again, by the end of Andor season 2, which leads into the events of Rogue One, maybe it just so seamlessly fits into
That's
Rogue One
what
that
people
they don't
have
need
said.
to do it. Here's the question I have. So I'm planning on doing a post-game show, right? Andor season 2 debuts tomorrow at 6 p.m. with the first 3 episodes. Remember, it's 4 weeks, 3 episodes each week, representing 1 year leading up to the events of Rogue One. So it spans 4 years. But I don't know. Okay, it drops at 6 p.m. tomorrow night, Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what time to schedule my post-game show for, because it's 3 episodes. Are they 25-minute episodes? Are they 45-minute episodes? Are they hour-long episodes?
Just make it 9 o'clock. Just you got time to watch.
Yeah,
them
make it
and
9
eat.
o'clock,
Michael
maybe?
Gonzalez seems to think all the episodes are around 50 minutes. I don't know if that's confirmed though. Hey, real quick, is this is not Yavin, is it not? Is it not? This is Yavin.
That's
base?
probably Yavin. Yeah, because remember, this
We're
is
gonna-
just in the immediate years leading up to
Right.
things. So they probably had that base on Yavin for a little while.
Yeah.
I want to address something real quick because people are like, Chris, you just spoiled the Kino thing. Andy Serkis confirmed this in 2023. Like, what?
Which part did he confirm?
Of like, he's going to somehow be seen in season 2.
Oh, right. Yeah,
That's
Andy
not a
Serkis
spoiler,
himself.
y'all.
Yeah,
That's
Andy
not a
Serkis.
spoiler.
We're just telling you what
Grow
Andy
up.
Serkis said publicly.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm not like, you know what happens? He's the one who did this. Oh my gosh. He's Snoke.
He's
You know what? He could be Snoke.
He even talked about that in interviews when he was like, am I going to confuse people? Because they all were real confused by Snoke. I don't
Wouldn't that be
understand.
funny if his character eventually becomes
Like the clone
Just- yeah.
model.
genetically used for the cloning of Snoke? Anyway, guys, the question is for you. What do you think about this? I mean, Chris is absolutely right. This was very smart on Disney's part to give these critics the full season because people like me has become very jaded. It's like, okay, great. Yeah, the first couple of episodes are good. Yeah, we've seen that a lot, and the shows turn out to be crap. This is the first time we're getting the full ones out. What do you think about the responses we're seeing? I cannot wait for this. I'm so excited about it. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.